Every night, after the lights go off and the house goes quiet, your dog does something. Something you've probably never noticed because you're already asleep when it happens. Most owners assume their dog just curls up, closes their eyes, and drifts off the same way we do. Simple, peaceful, unremarkable. But what's actually happening is far more intentional than that. Dogs are not passive sleepers. They are ancient, instinct-driven animals who, even after thousands of years of domestication, carry deeply wired nighttime behaviors that most owners have never been told about. And once you understand what your dog is really doing while you sleep, you'll never look at your morning routine the same way again. Before your dog even thinks about lying down, they do something remarkably consistent. They check the perimeter. You've probably seen it without realizing what it means. Your dog gets up, wanders from room to room, sniffs along the baseboards, pauses at the front door, maybe lingers near a window. It looks random, it looks restless, but it is neither of those things. What your dog is doing is called a security sweep, and it is one of the most ancient, hardwired behaviors in canine DNA. Wolves in the wild do this before settling in for the night. They circle the den, check for unfamiliar scents, confirm the boundaries of their territory are intact. Your domestic dog, despite their cozy bed and full food bowl, is doing the exact same thing. Here's what most owners miss. This behavior isn't anxiety. It's devotion. Your dog is not checking because they're scared. They're checking because you are in that house, and their instinct is to make sure you are safe before they allow themselves to rest. Research in canine behavioral science confirms that dogs with strong attachment bonds to their owners show higher rates of this kind of protective nighttime behavior. The more your dog loves you, the more diligently they patrol before sleep. If your dog does a late-night wander before settling, don't redirect them or call them back immediately. Let them finish. They are doing their job, and in their mind, that job is protecting you. Interrupting it can create low-level anxiety. Let them complete the sweep, and they'll come back calmer, more settled, and ready to sleep deeply. That's not random wandering. That's loyalty in motion. Once your dog has finished their nightly patrol and decided it's safe to rest, they face their next decision: where to sleep and how. If your dog sleeps at the foot of your bed, they are positioning themselves as a guardian. In pack culture, the most protective members sleep at the entrance points, the places where a threat would first appear. The foot of the bed, facing the door, is a classic sentry position. Your dog is literally guarding you while you sleep. If your dog sleeps pressed against your side or curled into your back, that's a different signal entirely. That's trust and warmth, a behavior rooted in the puppy stage, where dogs sleep in piles for body heat and emotional comfort. An adult dog who still seeks that full body contact with you is saying, without words, "You are my safe place." And if your dog sleeps on the floor near the bedroom door, that's the sentinel post, the most alert, watchful position. These dogs are the ones most likely to be the first to bark at a sound in the night. They are not being distant. They are being strategic. Dr. Stanley Coren, one of the world's leading researchers on dog psychology, has written extensively about how sleeping positions reveal a dog's emotional state and their perceived role within the family unit. A dog who consistently chooses proximity to their owner during sleep is demonstrating what behaviorists call secure attachment, the same emotional bond measured in human infants. Pay attention to where your dog positions themselves over several nights. It's not random. It's a window into how safe they feel, how bonded they are to you, and what role they believe they play in your home. A dog who keeps moving further away may be signaling discomfort, physical or emotional, worth looking into. Before we move on, think about where your dog was last night. Now you know what they were telling you. It usually starts about 20 minutes after your dog falls deeply asleep. The paws begin to twitch. The legs start paddling. A soft whimper escapes, or maybe a muffled bark. Their eyes move beneath closed lids. If you've seen this, your first instinct was probably to wake them to check if something was wrong. Here's what's actually happening. Your dog is dreaming about you. This is not poetic speculation. This is neuroscience. MIT researchers studying the sleep patterns of rats, and later applied to dogs, discovered that during REM sleep, animals replay the experiences of their day in vivid, emotionally rich sequences. What does your dog spend most of their day doing? Being with you, playing with you, walking beside you, waiting for you to come home. When they dream, they are reliving those moments, which means the twitching, the paddling, the soft vocalizations. That is your dog dreaming of you. Dr. Deirdre Barrett, a Harvard researcher who studies sleep, has suggested that dogs most likely dream about their owners, particularly the emotional high points of the day. The greeting at the door, the walk in the park, the moment you sat down and let them put their head in your lap. Never shake your dog awake from a dream, even if it looks distressing. Abrupt wake-ups from deep REM sleep can cause disorientation and, in rare cases, a startled defensive reaction. If the dreaming seems particularly intense or prolonged, a gentle, calm voice saying their name is enough. But more often than not, let them dream. They are somewhere good. Here's what most owners miss. Those twitching paws aren't random nerve impulses. They are memories of joy. This one is so subtle that most owners sleep right through it. But if you've ever been a light sleeper or checked the time in the middle of the night, you may have noticed your dog moves. Not dramatically, not with urgency, but sometime in the deep hours of the night, your dog gets up, adjusts and resettles, often closer to you than where they started. This is called proximity seeking during sleep, and it is one of the most telling behaviors in the canine emotional repertoire. As the night deepens and the house grows quieter, a dog's sense of vulnerability slightly increases. Their hearing is acute, far beyond ours, and in the silence, every distant sound becomes more noticeable. What dogs instinctively do in response is move closer to their bonded human. Not because they are afraid, but because your presence, your scent, your breathing, your warmth, is the most powerful calming signal in their world. Studies on cortisol levels in dogs, cortisol being the primary stress hormone, have shown that dogs who sleep in close proximity to their owners show measurably lower stress markers than those who sleep alone or in separate rooms. Your mere presence, even while you are completely unconscious, is actively regulating your dog's nervous system. Practical takeaway. If you wake up and your dog is noticeably closer than when you went to sleep, take it as the compliment it is. You are their anchor, their safe place, their biological signal that everything is okay. Some owners feel guilt about letting dogs on the bed or close by, but the science is clear that for emotionally bonded dogs, proximity during sleep supports their mental health and deepens the bond between dog and owner. That's not clinginess. That's love expressed the only way they know how. Point 5. The morning watch. And then there's the final piece of the nightly ritual. The one that greets you every single morning without fail. Before you open your eyes. Before your alarm goes off. Sometimes a full 30 minutes before you are even close to waking up. Your dog is already watching you. Not pacing. Not whining. Just watching. Still. Patient. Eyes fixed on your face. This behavior has puzzled researchers for years, because it seems almost too intentional for an animal. But the explanation, when you understand it, is deeply moving. Dogs track your sleep cycle. They are sensitive to the microchanges in your breathing, your movement. They know before you know that you are about to wake up. And so they position themselves. They wait, because in their world, the moment you open your eyes is the most important moment of the day. It is the reunion. It is the confirmation that you are still there, that the night passed safely, that the bond is intact. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same one released between mothers and newborn, spikes in both dogs and their owners during eye contact. Your dog, sitting there watching you sleep, is essentially priming themselves for that rush of connection the moment you look at them. Practical takeaway. When you wake up and your dog is already watching you, look at them. Hold the gaze for a few seconds before you reach for your phone, before you stretch, before you do anything else. That moment of mutual eye contact is not just sweet. It is biochemically bonding. It sets the emotional tone of your dog's entire day. Don't scroll past it. Be present for it. It matters more than you know. So here's what's really happening every night while you sleep. Your dog is patrolling to protect you, choosing their position to guard or comfort you, dreaming about the moments they shared with you, drifting closer in the dark hours because your presence calms them, and waking before you do, just to be ready for the moment your eyes open. None of it is strange. All of it is intentional. Your dog is not just sleeping near you. They are choosing you. Every single night, in every quiet, invisible way they know how. And now that you know what to look for, you'll see it. In the late-night wander. In the tucked-in position. In the twitching paws. In the eyes already watching you when morning comes. That's not a pet. That's a bond. If this gave you a new way to see your dog, hit like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more dog owners who'd love to know this. And subscribe if you want more content like this. We go deeper on dog behavior every week.